Welcome to a double RSR because I didn't expect I was doing this tonight. But events say yes, I should. Starting off with Inter Miami CF 1, Newell's Old Boys 1. I'll quickly talk about this, and then I'll talk about Toluca versus Herediano, and I'll tell you what I feel about the game. Won't talk about the goals because I didn't write them down, but I'll run through it all. So, Miami, starting with them. At the half, 0-0, medio tiempo, 0-0. Second half, Miami was a slightly better team in the first half. They had some really good chances. Better than Newell's. Newell's felt like they were on the back foot. And in the end, you could tell Miami was slightly the better team. Second half, Shane de Borgelin, there we go. Shane de Borgelin scores. Ball crossed in by Robert Taylor. Borgelin dunks on a defender, pops the ball into the net to make it 1-0, 1-0. Then in the 83rd minute, Ryan Saylor gets dispossessed. Franco Diaz is on the ball. Noah Allen doesn't get there. He should have hauled ass to try to clear it, but he doesn't. Franco Diaz slots it past Drake Counter to make it 1-1. That's the way it would end. Full time, 1-1, 1-1. Full-time stats are as follows: 13 shots to 16, 3 shots on goal to 6, 57% possession to 43% possession, 543 passes to 420, 87% pass accuracy to 85, 14 fouls to 10, 1 offside to 1, 1 yellow card to 1, 0 red cards to 0, 9 corners to 2. Let me tell you this. Miami, again, was a slightly better team for most of the match. That is true. Newell's definitely started building into the game about the last 20 minutes, and they got a goal, deservedly so. Miami should have. I think a draw is fair. The offense wasn't that great. Messi had some good moments. Suarez was absolutely quiet. I think Campana should have got a goal. So maybe a 1-goal win. But either way, I think the result's fair. I really do think the result's fair because let's be honest, Miami wasn't great, but they did enough. They drew. But again, I thought they were very, very, very uninspiring. Yeah, uninspiring is the word. I thought they were very uninspiring. They still have a lot of work to do. Yes, Freire was better defensively. I think the defense was a lot more compact and well played, especially when Freire was on and their best defense was on. Started getting shakier when Noah Allen came on and then Saylor came on and all that. Then it started getting off the rails. But when Freire was on, I thought it was a lot more well defensively set up. I thought the defensive setup was a lot better. So that's good news. And they were winning the game through that. But as the game went on, they got less and less solid, and you could tell. And they were basically like, okay, it is what it is. So there you go. Miami wasn't the greatest, but Newell's didn't look that good either. I think Miami deservedly drew. They may have deserved to win, but in the end, a draw is fair, I think. Newell's wasn't great. The best thing about Newell's was the fact that Matko Miljevic is playing there. Mr. Punch Him Out at Rec League is there. Like, that's just hilarious. He got cut from Montreal for punching out a guy at Rec League last year, and now he's playing for Newell's. I was like, I'm surprised a big club picked him up, but I guess they don't care in Argentina. That's the most hilarious thing about this match. That was the best thing about this match, was just the hilarity of that moment, seeing Matko Miljevic come on. That was nuts. But with that being said, that's pretty much all I got to say about Miami. There ain't much for me to say, which is why I can do a double, because it won't take me 30 minutes to do a double. So let's move on after 5 minutes. Oh, by the way, man of the match for me is Robert Taylor. Great corner, great cross. He could have really got a shot in as well and scored a goal himself, but he didn't. But still, man of the match for me is Robert Taylor. Now, with that being said, we're 5 minutes down in this video that really doesn't matter. Now let's talk about Toluca FC 2, CS Herediano 3. 4-4 on aggregate. Away goals to Herediano. Toluca FC 2. CS Herediano 3. 4-4 global. Goals de visitar para Herediano. Herediano avanza de la octavos de final de la Concachampions de la CONCACAF. Herediano's going on to the round of 16 of the Concachampions Cup to play Robin Hood. So Robin Hood has a chance to go deeper. I like that. But should be a very interesting match in that case. But Herediano goes down 2. Then Alexi Vega tries to get one off the corner straight up, and then it leads to the first goal for Herediano. Then Herediano gets another, and then they get the ball played back to him. A rifled shot turns into a headed goal to get number 3, and Toluca loses their heads. I mean, they were losing their head as soon as the first goal went in. But then number 2 went in, and they kept losing their heads. And number 3 comes in, and then they get a red card as soon as they get back to playing. They're down a man, having to get a goal to go through. Toluca blew this absolutely horribly. Toluca stands up and says, you know what? 2 goals is enough. We're going to make it through. 3-1, 4-1 on aggregate. Then 4-2. They didn't feel scared. Then but after that first goal went in, they did not know what was coming. Then it comes to 2-2 on the night. They're sitting there like, oh no. They score, we're out if we can't score another goal. It starts racking in their brains, and you could tell it just broke them. You could tell. As that started racking in their brains, they're like, oh crap. If we let this in, we're out. If we let one in, we're out. If we can't score one again. They proceed to let one in with about 12 minutes to go with stoppage time. And they blow it. They get a red card. They have 9 minutes of stoppage time. They have all the time in the world, even with a man down. It's Herediano Toluca. A man down, they still should get a goal. They still could get a goal. It's not over yet. What do? Nothing. Nothing. Wow. Toluca, my God. Alexi Vega, this all runs back to him. Gives away the corner that ends up being the first goal. They pull him soon after. Because they should. He threw this tie away. He was the first one who crumpled the ball up and said, hey, I'll pass it to you. Throw it in the trash can. I won't pass it to somebody else. Then they could throw it into the trash can. And then they throw it into the trash can. My God. My God. I felt like something crazy was going to happen there. I'm like, yeah, I'll do Miami versus Newell's. Yeah, of course I will. Gets me views. Especially over Toluca. I mean, they should be able to handle this. But then there was a part of my head, and I'm like, I know Monterrey versus Comunicaciones is over. 5-1 on aggregate now? Yeah, it's over. But I was like, you know what? Toluca could screw this up. It was creeping through the back of my brain. You know what? They could screw this up. And they did. Toluca screwed it up. They went and said, fine by us, let's ruin it. I'm like, what the hell? They sat there and were like, you know what? Yeah. They let Herediano get back into this one. Not just get back into it, win. 3 away goals. And this is why you don't get rid of Ignacio Ambriz. And you got what you deserved. Man, it really gonna hurt you when Santos Laguna becomes as good as you were, huh? It's gonna really hurt, ain't it? They let Ambriz leave and look what happens. Dumb. Toluca got what they deserved. Stop acting like it's all finished. It's never finished. You're not America. You're not Tigres. You don't have no divine right to go through I wouldn't say they have a divine right, but they have a lot one closer than you. They're a lot closer to divine right than you are. And then Monterrey has a freaking horseshoe up their ass. to why they don't lose in Champions Cup, so they pretty much have divine right plus a horseshoe up their ass. You're not them either. Hell, you're not even Chivas. And you thought you had divine right. Herediano's a good team. They've been rebuilding pretty well. And I was like, you know what? It could happen. Like, if you remember my predictions, I'm like, I could possibly see an upset here. I didn't pick it. But I'm like, you know what? I could see it. What happened? What happened? What happened? Exactly. Toluca got too comfortable, and then their most comfortable player, the degenerate, Alexi Vega, chooses to throw it away. He was the first person to throw it away. Horrible corner play. They went for 3 and it blew up in their face. There's a goal against and they just started crumbling like a cheap suit. Thanks to Mr. Doesn't Care About Football. For the boys, degenerate Alexi Vega. He is. I mean, did you not see what got him out of Chivas? For the boys mentality, buddy. And of course it's his fault. This is why you're back at the club you started with. Because you haven't gotten better in, 7 years? 5, 7? I remember hearing about him in 2018. So what? 8 years? 7 years? 6, 7 years? Yeah. Trash. He goes back to his former club because that's the only club that wants him. At a discount, by the way. Dude doesn't sit down and think, you know what? I should do better. I should try harder. Or my career's up in smoke. No. He still goes space cadet and then throws it all away. Rightfully got pulled. And they still lost. Because once you set those wheels in motion, hard to change, even at home. Herediano was emboldened, which I got to respect the fight from Herediano. They're a damn good team. They know what they're doing. And you know what? The whole team's man of the match for me. Its team is the star because that was a great performance. That was a great performance. So the whole team of Herediano is man of the match for me. Herediano, all of them are man of the match. Team is the star. With that being said, Herediano's going to play Robin Hood in the round of 16. Should be a very interesting tie. The first upset of the tournament. Should have been second, but America got away with a red card. But hey, at least we got a big upset this week. So what, 3-2 in my first 5? Part 1, probably, yeah. 3-2, 3 out of 5. I mean, not bad, but not great. But with that being said, congratulations, Herediano. Felicitaciones, Herediano. Commiserations, Toluca. What a failure. Oh, by the way, what a failure. Bye-bye. Jesus Lord. Well, I guess Philly got a free semifinal spot. Good for them. What about Pachuca? No. With that being said, there you go. With that being said, I will see you on Saturday for my Toronto FC season preview. So enjoy your Friday. I'll see you on Saturday. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. Hopefully you like the double. Peace.